Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. I am a wife and a mother and a lover of all things makeup and skincare. So today we are going to be doing my project pan update, and this is not the best update. I did not do as well this month as I normally do on my project pan updates. Like, I normally feel like pretty proud of myself when I come on camera to talk about how much use I got out of all of my products and everything like that, but this month I really did not wear a ton of makeup, definitely not as much as I normally do. As you guys know, we are moving here soon, so we've been packing and decluttering and all of that fun stuff, and it's just kind of been one of those things where I just most days have just kind of been forgetting to put on makeup, or if I do put on makeup, it's like the tiniest amount. So I definitely have not used as much makeup the past month as I normally would, but that's okay. This is just a real honest update for you guys. It can't be amazing every single month. But yeah, if you would like to see all of the progress that I made and all of the products in my project pan, then go ahead and keep on watching. So if you guys have never seen my project pan updates, I go from the least exciting update to the most exciting update. So this first product is the saddest product. I used it the least this month, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This is their Pillow Talk Medium 2 lipstick, and I used this 3 times. I used this 3 times in the month of June, which is just so sad because I'm almost done with this, but I think honestly because I'm been using it so much this year, I've just been really sick of it. I've been really sick of the shade, so I just have not been reaching for it at all. But hopefully next month I will use it more so I can just get it out of my collection. If I'm tired of it, I should get rid of it, right? By finishing it up. But yeah, so hopefully next month I will actually finish it. I really have just so little product left. Like, it's basically done. So hopefully I can finish it next month. If not, it'll definitely be finished by, what will be next month? By the end of August? Yes, by the end of August. Okay, so this next update is always one of the first things I talk about, and that is the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pen. I only use this 4 times in the month of June, and that's not a surprise if you have watched all of my project pan updates. I never reach for this, and it's just because I use these types of liners in my waterline, and I don't prefer black in my waterline, so I have not been reaching for it at all. Only used it 4 times, which is just sad, but honestly, I'm sure you guys have grown to expect that because I never reach for this. I really need to get better at it, but I know I probably won't. Alright, so next I have my Barrow Minerals. This is their matte liquid lipstick in the shade Luxe. I only used this 6 times in the month of June, and honestly, that doesn't surprise me at all. This shade is just a little bit too bright. It's actually what I have on my lips right now. It's just too bright of a pink for me, but it is my oldest lipstick, or liquid lipstick, in my collection, so I know I need to put it in my project pan and I need to use it more. But there is a little bit, like, you can see that there is a little bit of progress, but just not as much as I would have liked to see, but you know, whatever. 6 is better than 0, which is how many times I would have used it in the past month if it was not in my project pan, you know? Alright, so next we have my Colourpop and Disney Designer Gloss. This is in the shade Boo. I used this 7 times, which is not terrible. I feel like that's a decent amount, especially because this is a slightly pigmented gloss, which is not my preference. But I actually put this in because it's a little bit like less bright pink than this Bare Minerals one, so I thought it would kind of like neutralize it a little bit, and that's pretty much how I used it the entire month. So yeah, it's not like my favorite gloss, but I've been enjoying having it in my project. Alright, so next I have my Colourpop and Disney Designer blush in the shade Floating Lights. I used this 10 times in the month of June, and you guys can't see any progress on it, I already know. Like, as soon as I opened this, I was like, yeah, there's basically going to be no progress. I feel like we're not going to see a lot of progress on this for like a few months, just because I haven't like hit pan on it. I don't see a dip in it or anything. This is a nice blush, and I feel like I reach for it a decent amount of times throughout the month, but yeah, I feel like because it's such a big pan, it's going to take me quite a while to actually like hit pan on it, or us to see any significant progress on it, but that's fine. We're still chugging away at it. Alright, so next is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone. I also used this 10 times in the month of June, and I feel like we're getting there, right? We're so close. Like, there is a very good chance that in the next month or two, this could be fully done, which would be so exciting. I've been just slowly making progress on it over the past year, and I just really want this to be done. I do very much like this highlighter, but I've had it in my project pan for almost 2 years now, and that is just, I'm getting like tired of it. I'm very tired of this highlight, and I would love to put another highlighter in my project pan. So hopefully in the next month or two I will actually finish this, because whew, I feel like this is the never ending highlight, but we're almost there. So next is a product that I for sure thought I was going to finish over this past month, and I did not, and that is the Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Muse. And I used it 10 times in the month of June, and it's just this tiny little nubbin, but I still like have a decent amount left of it. Obviously, I know that, you know, the product doesn't stop right at the very end here, but I don't know when it does end. So I realistically could have this still in my project for another month or two. I'm hoping though that I can finish it pretty quickly, especially if I just use it every single day, which I think there's a good chance that I might be able to do that. But yeah, I was really thinking that I might finish this over the last month, but that did not happen, and that's okay. It's not what I wanted, but at least I'm still making progress on it. Okay, so I actually had 4 products that I used 10 times this month, and the last one is the Beauty Bakery Instabake Aqua Glass Foundation. I am so close to finishing this foundation. I will definitely have this done by the end of next month. There's just no way that there's enough product in here that I won't finish it. Like, there's just this tiny bit left. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm a little bit sad about it as well though, because this is my favorite foundation in my collection, and I won't be repurchasing this until I have like maybe 4 foundations in my collection. So I will have to go like probably 6 months or so without this, but that's okay, because I really want to get to the point where I only have a few foundations, because if not, they're just going to waste. And yeah, I'm very happy with this progress, and I'm excited that it will definitely be done in the next month. Next we have my Edwin Barrow shadow in the shade Pebbles. I really thought I was going to hit pan on this last month, but that did not happen. I do feel like the dip has gotten like much larger, so I'm hoping that that means I'll hit pan this month, but you never know. I do use this pretty much every time that I use eyeshadow. I just use it as a base for the rest of my shadows, so I feel like I'll probably hit pan on it. I just can't see that there's going to be that much more like product before I hit pan. I mean, you never know. I don't know how deep this pan goes, but I do really think I'm gonna hit pan by the end of next month. We'll see though, because I thought I was gonna hit pan on it this month, so hopefully I'll actually wear makeup this month, guys, because like I said, this update's a little bit sad, but that's okay. It's okay. We all have months like that, right? Alright, so next is my e.l.f. bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. I used this 12 times in the month of June as well, and guys, I am so tired of this bronzer. It is just way too warm toned. I'm so over it. I'm so ready to move on and have another bronzer that I'm panning, because this is just, I don't love it anymore at all. Like, I just can't. It's way too warm for me, especially because I have a cool undertone to my skin. I just, and I feel like it's gonna be like the rest of the year before I finish this, which is so sad because I'm over it. Like, I really am. I'm ready to say goodbye to this and to never ever purchase it again. Which I'm not saying that this product is bad though. Like, if you like warm toned bronzers, this is a great bronzer. But if you do not like warm toned bronzers, then do not pick this up, because whew, it is very warm toned. And yeah, it's not my favorite, and especially because I've been using it pretty much every time I've done my makeup. I'm just over it. I'm over it. We're not friends anymore, so yeah. But I'll still finish it. I just don't want to. Alright, next we have my Good Molecule Silicone Free Priming Moisturizer. I used this 13 times in the month of June, and I feel like that's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of the progress that I've made. I definitely think that I'm going to have this in my project for like probably the rest of the year though, because the progress is very slow but steady, which is fine. I'm very excited that I have made as much progress as I have on it, and I do really like this primer, so it's not like hard to reach for, and I'm not upset that I haven't finished it or anything like that. I'm pretty happy with the progress I made, and I'm happy to have it in my project pan, so it's a win-win. Okay, so next I have my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I used this 15 times in the month of June, and I'm actually very proud of that. The progress is pretty significant. I feel like based on the like shot that I took of it last month, like I'm doing really well. I kind of feel like it's only gonna take me maybe like 2 more months to finish this, because I just don't have that much product left. Like, this is way better than I thought it was going to be, especially because I just put this in my project pan. I was expecting that I was going to have it in here for another like probably 4 or 5 months, but at this point I really don't think it's going to take that long, especially because I just haven't been using any other concealers. It's basically been this one every single solitary time I've done my makeup, so I'm feeling pretty proud of myself, and I'm excited to see what the progress looks like next month. Alright guys, and now for the most exciting update. I am so excited. I'm so excited. So, the last product to talk about is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. So with all of the other products in my project pan, my goal is to finish them, but with this palette, my goal was to hit pan on half of the shadows. And as of last month, I had hit pan on 6 of the shadows, and I only needed to hit pan on 7 for this to be done. And guys, I hit pan on the shade Rose Pink, which means that I am done with this palette. That means that I have officially hit pan on half of the shades in this palette, and that means that I get to move this out of my project pan and add a new palette in, and I cannot express to you how excited I am. I do enjoy this palette, but you guys know I do not love neutral palettes, and I especially don't love like warm toned neutral palettes. I just don't reach for them a lot. So even though I love this formula and I do think it's a fantastic eyeshadow palette, I have been so ready for this palette to be done. I've been so looking forward to putting in a new palette into my project pan. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. My original plan was to actually declutter this once I was finished with it in my project pan, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it around until the end of the year, and then I'll make my decision, because I kind of want to see if I can hit pan on a few more shades throughout the rest of the year. But yeah, I'm very excited to not have it in my project pan anymore. And now let's talk about the palette that's going to be replacing it. Okay, so the palette that is going to be replacing my Soft Glam palette is the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. This is actually the next oldest palette in my collection. This is what it looks like. I have not hit pan on any of the shades, but my goal is the same as it was for the Soft Glam palette. I am planning on hitting pan on half of the shades in this palette. So the Soft Glam palette only had 14 shades in it. This one actually has 20 shades, which means that I need to hit pan on 10 of the shades. So it's definitely going to take me a lot longer than the Soft Glam palette. On top of that, these shades are not as like powdery, so you're not going to see as much of like a dip, and you're not going to see as many pans, I don't think, as with the Soft Glam palette, but I'm still hoping to hit pan on at least one of these shades by the end of next month. We'll see though. This is a really nice palette, so I feel like I'm not going to struggle as much with using it. It's fun and colorful, and you know, that's what I'm looking for in a palette, so we shall see. But I'm very excited to be adding this into my project pan. I am so ready to play with these super fun colors. Alright guys, so that is everything. That is my project pan update for the month of June. Like I said, this was not my best update, and I know that. Hopefully I will actually use these products a little bit more over the next month, and we'll see some better progress, but you know, it is what it is. I still wanted to update you guys, and I'm still really excited about the soft glam update. I feel like that is so exciting, and I feel like there's a very good chance that I'll have like 2 products potentially finished by the end of next month, and then maybe I'll have 1 pan, which would be the ideal situation. So we'll see. We'll see how much makeup I wear this month. I mean, we are putting our house on the market in 3 weeks, so that is a little bit stressful. We're like really rushing to get everything done, but hopefully I can still at least put on a little bit of makeup every single day so that we can see some progress. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Also, let me know, are you guys doing a project pan? And are you feeling that like middle of the year rut with your project pan where you're just like really struggling to use your products? Or are you guys chugging along really well and finishing products like every single month? Yeah, I would love to know. But thank you guys so much for spending these past like, I would say 18 minutes or so with me. And I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Bye guys.